Okay, the president is now about to speak. Let's listen in, hear what he has to say on the stimulus package.
Well, Mr. President, thank you for the opportunity to be here today. And I think you'll agree that across all of America and around the world, in boardrooms and cabinet rooms and kitchen tables, people are fixated on what's necessary to address the economic emergency. There's a gathering global consensus that bold and aggressive steps are needed of both business and government working together to address what's required to move the worldwide economies. In the past several years, the past several days, I've been in contact with many leaders in the corporate world. Actually, I could have said in the past several years I've been in contact with many leaders in the corporate world. But I think there is a unanimous commitment in support of the president. We all agree we need to reignite growth in our country. We know we must create jobs for the 21st century, and therefore we need to invest and to build the more modern and more competitive infrastructure into the future. There's clearly no reason, we believe, to undertake projects just for the sake of activity. We need to undertake projects that actually will create jobs and make our infrastructure, make our country much more competitive for the long term. So it is a balancing act between the short-term crisis and what we need to do for the long term. We really believe all this is possible today for many reasons because there's a convergence of factors, one being the technology itself as well as the economic need we find ourselves in the current situation. As a country, we have to compete in the world. Yes, it is flatter. Yes, it is smaller. But we would argue it's also smarter. And today you'll see technology embedded in processes and systemic systems from everything from environmental clean water to energy conservation to basic supply chains for all of business. So the world does have a much smarter infrastructure and therefore the base to build for the future. It's there. We are excited. I can't tell you how excited we are about the President's commitment to lead us to the future. And the support for health IT, the support in the area of smart grids, the support in the area of education and broadband, all those things are essential. They're essential in the short term because in the research we've done, working with the transition team, we know that $30 billion could create 1 million jobs in the next 12 months. But it's also every bit as important because we touch so many factors in the ecosystem that will create jobs for decades to come. So we're honored to be here. I'm honored to be speaking on behalf of the business community. And I would just say that it's an imperative that business and government come together. We help the President get the package through, and we get to work. And we have a lot of work ahead of us. So thank you for your time. And now let me introduce my